from Destrehan High School. It's the best in high school baseball as we continue our coverage. As this afternoon, the Destrehan Wildcats entertain the Hahnville Tigers. And a pleasant good afternoon to you. Ken Trahan, joined by Coach Danny Ream on a beautiful afternoon in the River Parishes at Destrehan High School. One of the best rivalries in Louisiana is renewed here this afternoon. Destrehan hosting Hahnville. Well, sometimes that's all you have to say when you talk about this. Destrehan, Hahnville. It's special in these parts. And Danny, it truly is one of the best rivalries in Louisiana in all sports.
Yeah, it is, and it was something I had the pleasure of being a part of years ago when Frank Cazzo was the head coach at Hahnville, and I coached with him. Just electric atmospheres. These guys are so close to each other, played together their entire lives, and when they head off to their respective high schools, Destrehan and Hahnville, and then they get together in sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, softball. It's just it's a new sense of intensity that comes to the situation just because they want to beat the other guy. It's competitive, and it's a great rivalry out here in St. Charles Parish.
They've already played once. That took place earlier this week on Monday, and Destrehan shut out Hahnville 5-0 in Boutique. Big win for the Wildcats to give themselves a real chance in the district, because this district is a 3-team race right now. As you look at it, that was the first district loss for Hahnville. The Tigers are 7-1. Destrehan is now 8-2, and Thibodaux is 7-2 overall. Hahnville still plays Thibodaux. So if Hahnville should win out, they would be the district champion. But if Destrehan wins here today, this would be a quagmire. You're going to end up, in all likelihood, with a tie for the district title. It's nice to win a district title, but ultimately it's about placement in the playoffs. Right now, as of Monday of this week, Hahnville was 24th in the 5A power rankings. Destrehan was 27th. We're accustomed to seeing these schools a little bit higher, Danny, but I think it speaks to the depth of 5A, which is so loaded this season.
It is. It's a tremendous classification historically, but especially this year. So many quality teams and really loaded type ball clubs at the top of 5A. It's going to be a heck of a playoff when you talk about Barb, West Monroe, Sam Houston, Ruston, Live Oak. I mean, just to name some of the guys that are up at the top of the PowerPoints right now. And then you throw in these traditional, very good 5A programs like a Hahnville and a Destrehan. You get those, first round upsets and all the fun things that happen. And it's going to be exciting to watch. And hopefully at some point in time we can get all this back together, because some of my favorite memories are your Jesuit at Hahnville, your Rummel at Denham Springs type matchups early in the playoffs, and being able to watch all those games and have all those neat experiences for the players. So hopefully at some point in time we'll get all these teams back together.
Well, you look at 5A, the power clearly lies in Southwest Louisiana and in the Baton Rouge area, with a little bit in the Monroe area. Of course, West Monroe and Ruston, both up there. Benton, a North Louisiana school. But otherwise, you're talking about Barb, Sam Houston, Acadiana, Southside, Sulphur, all from the Lafayette area. You can throw in New Iberia, too. And then from the Baton Rouge area, you're talking about some very good teams as well. Live Oak, extremely talented. Walker, very good. Dutchtown is good again. Zachary. Sanamaw, very good. Central, as always, very good. That's a lot of teams from concentrated in Baton Rouge and in Southwest Louisiana.
Yeah, it is. Great baseball areas. You think about some of the top areas in the state. You think about that Baton Rouge area. You think about going out into the Lafayette, Lake Charles area. So no surprise that that's where a lot of these top 5A programs are located.
Field's in good shape. Weather's outstanding. We'll tell you about the weather coming up. Why don't we set the starting lineups for you to get you rolling here this afternoon so that you're ready to roll with us. First of all, for visiting Hahnville, the Tigers are 16-12. They're 7-1 in District 7-5A. Leading off at second base is Colin Galland. Batting second at first base, Colin Zarang. Hitting third and catching, Mason Long. Cleanup hitter and DH is Brant Dupree. Batting fifth in right field, Vladimir Furl. Hitting sixth at third base is Talon Terrio. Batting seventh at shortstop, Aiden Machado. Hitting eighth at left field is Sean Whitney, and batting ninth in center field is Connor Acosta. On the mound will be Landon Cortez. It will be middle three, Hughes, Carmichael, and Cloat. Bottom three, Grenier, Harding, and Dufresne, with Meir playing third, not batting for the Fighting Wildcats of Destrehan. Well, you talk about good coaches. You've got a pair here who have done a great job over an extended period of time. David Beaudry at Hahnville and Chris Meir at Destrehan. Good coaches, good people.
Yeah, they are. Both great guys. Love this game. Been around a while. They understand what it takes to win at a high level. And that's why, usually the championship in this district goes through these two programs, either Hahnville or Destrehan. It seems like every year when we do these games, district championship implications are there. But, Dave Beaudry, what a great career he's had as a head coach when you look back at Shaw and Rummel, Legion State Championships at Shaw, Legion World Series Championship at Rummel, now over here at Hahnville, having his team in the mix year in and year out. And then Chris Meir, his clubs play about as hard as you can possibly play. He's a high-intensity guy, coaches the heck out of the game. Their off-season and summer program is as rigorous as you're going to find, and just a guy that puts everything he's got into his team.
As we mentioned, the weather really good to get it started here today. Perfectly clear skies, sunny, call it what you like. It's 68 degrees. How about that? Pretty sweet. Relative humidity is even better, only 38%. This is dry air, to say the least. But you've got some wind to contend with. It's out of the north at 13, so it's blowing out to right and center. Ball's going to carry very well in those directions. Wind gusting to 17, so that is a factor for this game here this afternoon. This infield plays pretty true, Danny. It's a very well-manicured infield. They have grass down the baseline rather than dirt cutout. So you get true hops here, and it's not a fast infield. So I think it's more beneficial to pitching here than hitting.
Yeah, the infield plays real well. The thing here that gets a little tricky, especially as a third base coach, is it plays kind of tight in the outfield. Most of the time with a runner on second, you think, oh, we need a base hit to score. That's not always the case here, because the ball gets to the outfielders rather quickly, and they can get on top of you in a way that doesn't always happen at some of the larger parks. So definitely something that you have to account for when you're deciding to waive a guy or not here at Destrehan.
So the Tigers and the Wildcats getting set for action here this afternoon. Might have a lineup change. I saw Dave Beaudry looking up here and motioning about that. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what that's going to entail. Is not starting on time. We have not seen the umpires yet at home plate. So there hasn't been a meeting yet, so we're going to be a little late here. Certainly not 4 o'clock as scheduled, even though the players are ready to go. So I think he's got a different lineup that he wants to send up here. We'll have to see. If that's the case, I suspect that's what we have here is a change in the lineup, and we'll get that here momentarily and give that to you when that occurs. Well, you look at the teams that these teams have played, Danny. Brother Martin is a team that Hahnville's beaten twice. That's a good baseball team. Hahnville's also beaten Live Oak, which is another really good baseball team, an outstanding team. In fact, around the state, they've also beaten Dutchtown, another excellent team. So Hahnville has quality wins, and they played a tough schedule. It's just been up and down. It's not been as consistent as Coach Beaudry would like.
Yeah, they've got some wins that, as you mentioned, and you look back on, you can say, hey, these guys can go toe-to-toe with some of the best teams in the area, and that's what's going to make them dangerous in the playoffs. I mean, whoever pulls Hahnville in the opening round, they'll probably, obviously, be on the road, I would think, but you can't feel that comfortable knowing that a club like this, a veteran-type club with a veteran head coach, is coming to play you in that opening round when it's single elimination.
And then, of course, when you look at Destrehan, they have played very tough competition as well. They had a good win over Archbishop Rummel to start the year. They split with Rummel this year, but they also defeated Brother Martin, which was another very good one. They have a win over Live Oak as well, which is, again, extremely impressive. They split with Thibodeau, the other good team in this particular league. So, again, they've played very good people. They've played Jesuit, John Curtis, St. Paul's, and such. Again, both of these schools always play tough competition, so no surprise that these teams are probably a little bit more dangerous than their records would suggest. We're going to give you the lineup change here momentarily. It looks like the 8th spot is where the change has taken place, and we'll tell you all about it here momentarily. Looks like Whitney's going to bat 10th and play right field in bat 10th rather, and not bad at all. So they did make a lineup change late after submitting a lineup early. Still haven't seen umpires, so we aren't going to start anytime real soon until we see them out here. And I know one of them was here earlier because I saw him, so not sure what the delay is. I know they're expecting a 3-man crew here today rather than 2, so that is, of course, a bit of a change. So it looks like they changed pitchers as well, right? So tell us about that, Danny.
Zarang, Colin Zarang is going to be the pitcher now for the ball game. So Zarang's on the mound. It looks like Furl is going to move to first base. Whitney's going to go to right, and Chacon is entering the lineup as the left fielder.
All right, so we'll have to tell you about all of that all over again so that you're spotted up. The biggest thing is you have a pitching change, and I'm not sure what that's all about coming so late in the game, but they have changed who they plan to start the game on the mound. It's going to be Colin Zarang, so we're doing this on the fly, but glad to do it nonetheless.
There's our umpires.
Always good for a 4 o'clock game. It's 4:03 right now, and they're here. That's great. So we're going to have baseball played here shortly. Along with Danny Ream, I'm Ken Trahan. So Chip and Matt Merritt taking care of business this afternoon, and they'll do their usual outstanding job for us as the lineups are exchanged at home plate. They go over the ground rules. Of course, Hahnville very familiar with this ballpark, playing here every year, and they talk it over to prepare to get this one started. So again, we continue to wait for that to happen and make the necessary changes on our scorecards, which, by the way, turned out to be plentiful. Erasers are a very good thing. Just wanted to let you know that, in case you weren't aware, my friend.
Yeah, black ink doesn't work so well.
Doesn't work really well. So pencils are great to be able to utilize, and I'm discovering that once again.
Tell you a funny story,
yeah,
if you want one.
Sure.
While we're waiting here. So back when I was coaching in Hahnville, we come over here to play, and I hit infield, so I get the guys up. We get ready to take the field. Get a little break. We sprint out there, and right as we run onto the field here at Destrehan to take infield, they put "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" on as the song.
Whoops.
So we took infield. The girls just want to have fun. I'll never forget that.
There you go. All right, so let's set the Hahnville lineup now that it's been corrected. Leading off at second base, Colin Galland. Batting second and pitching is Colin Zarang. Hitting third and catching, Mason Long. Cleanup hitter and DH, Brant Dupree. Vladimir Furl, the first baseman, hits fifth. Taylor Terrio at third base, hitting sixth. Aiden Machado is the shortstop, batting seventh. Ethan Chacon is in left field, batting eighth. Connor Acosta in center field will bat ninth. Seth Whitney, the right fielder, not batting. Hahnville will be in their road grays today. Purple numerals, trimmed in white. Purple caps. Destrehan in their home whites with their garnet numbers and print. The garnet caps, distinctive colors of these two institutions. Teams lining up along the baseline as we get set to have our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
So fans being asked to rise.
Gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem.
And the 3 umpires will take to their respective positions. And we'll get the Wildcats taking the field here momentarily for the resumption of this great rivalry. We've been blessed to be able to bring you this game for many, many years now through our website, sometimes via our partnership with television as well. And it never disappoints. I'm trying to think of the one that I remember the most. It might be the suspended game.
Yeah, I was.
Hahnville, right?
That was one that jumped into my mind. Ran out of daylight.
Ran out of daylight. And we're starting here a little bit late, too, so word to the wise, don't play a 10-inning game. Wildcats take to the field. Grenier in left. Simon center. Dufresne is in right. Smear at third. Kluot at short. Harding at second. Goes at first. Cardinal catching, and on the mound is a guy that's just been terrific for Destrehan this season. He is the right-hander, John Carmichael. Well, Carmichael is just a sophomore, and what a future he has, because look at what he's done in the present. 7 appearances, all starts. He is 6-0, and he has a 1.31 earned run average. 42 2/3 innings, only 24 hits, 8 runs, and 7 earned. That's it. And here's the beautiful stat. 5 walks all season long. 27 strikeouts. And his whip, get this, is 0.68. Pretty special numbers for just a sophomore. All your eyes light up when you hear those numbers for a sophomore, right?
Yeah, this is a guy that Chris Meir is going to have at the top of his staff for years to come. That's pretty impressive. You got to like the way he pounds the strike zone. That's the name of the game at this level. You don't give those free passes, you always got a shot to be good.
Gallen, Zarang, and Long will get it started for Hahnville here momentarily. Now, this is a ballpark that, if the ball doesn't carry, this is a good pitcher's park. No triples park, to be certain. Fence is reachable, but if the wind's blowing in, it's tough. It's blowing out today, so stay tuned. Leading it off for Hahnville, Colin Gowan, the second baseman. A 284 batter, no homers, and 13 RBI for Colin, a junior.
Colin Gowan.
5'9", 155. Ready to go. First pitch of the game at 4:10 is a bit high. We're underway, 10 minutes late. 1-0 the count on Gallen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back, it's 1-1. And again, the teams and the coaches know each other. They understand about this pitcher having good command, so taking is probably not the tonic against him. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Missing away, it's 2-1. David Beaudry is coaching at 30. Has not coached there most of the year, but he is doing so here this afternoon. Wants to see some traffic. 2-1 is a fly ball in the left center field. Should be handled. Left fielder, center fielder conversion. It's dropped by the left fielder. Runner for second. He's safe, sliding, and an error on the left fielder to start the game.
He just missed it. He was there. Came a long way, but he was there and looked like he was going to make the catch and just lost it at the last second. So an early break here for the Tigers.
Next up the bat.
Sun perhaps a factor. Opportunity for Hahnville. Colin Zarang will try to help himself as he's the pitcher. 341, 2 homers, 26 RBI. Those 26 RBI are best on the team, so probably not bunting. And he is a left-handed hitter, so a lot of room through the right side and through the left side as both the second baseman and shortstop cheat up the middle to hold the runner. Now the second baseman peels off, and here's the pitch. And he lines it foul, third base side, just over the head of his coach. Don't hit your coach. That's the first rule of thumb for a player. You want playing time? Don't hit your coach.
I back that 100%.
No balls and a strike. Straight up defensively in the outfield are the Wildcats. Carmichael high stretch position. Pitch. Off speed, down and away. Ball and a strike. Just a gorgeous day in Destrehan and throughout the metro area. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Foul back. 1-2. Both teams with good ERAs. Hahnville a 3.15 team ERA. Destrehan a 2.74. That's not been the issue for these teams. So more about offensive productivity on a consistent basis. It's been spotty. On 1-2. Here it comes. Swinging a liner foul again down the left field side. Off the bat of Zarang. Second baseman and shortstop are doing a lot of jockeying behind the runner. Gallen can distract the hitter for sure, but they have to be positioned right by the time the pitch is made. Carmichael. Long look, longer look, and the pitch way outside and high. Taking his time delivering. Wonder if all of that jockeying is distracting him a little bit.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. It seems like it might be throwing his rhythm off a little bit. It's important, but you got to make sure you can still throw strikes.
2-2 pitch. Off speed, beat on the ground right side. First baseman will race to the bag and win the race. Good at bat by Zarang. Yoes makes the play out number 1, but Zarang gets the runner advanced. You love seeing that.
Oh, it's an excellent at bat early in the game because you make Carmichael throw a lot of pitches. So he got to see a lot of pitches. The ball club and the dugout got to see a lot of pitches. So he's got some information to bring back to that Tiger dugout right now. And then at the end of it, he gets the ground ball to the right side to move the runner up. So now a big spot right here early for Long with a man on third, less than 2 outs.
Mason Long, 221. The pitch is down, and it's a wild pitch and a runner for the plate. They've got a play. Throw there, and he's out at home plate. Well, it's a risk. The base runner, Gallen, saw the opportunity. Pretty good carom for the catcher, Cardinal, and he made a nice play and a good job by Carmichael to cover, and they get the put out. 2-1. That's a huge out early in this game.
Yeah, big play right there. And, you know, you've got to watch, as I mentioned earlier about the outfield, there's also some tightness to this park behind home plate. It's not quite as deep as a lot of parks. And that ball bounced right back to the catcher. And when I saw that the Hahnville runner had taken off and Gallan had taken off, you were kind of asking for trouble in that one with the way that it popped right back to the catcher off the backstop.
Swing and a miss. The count now is 1-2 on Long. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Struck him out looking, hitting over. No runs, no hits, 1 error. Nobody left, so Hahnville with a threat, but loses the base runner, and against a good pitcher, that's a problem early in the game.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you were given a gift with the left fielder misplaying the fly ball to open things up. You got the guy over to third based on Zarang doing a good job of hitting that ground ball to the first baseman to move the guy up. And then Long didn't even have a chance to hit there with a man on third and less than 2 outs because the first pitch to Long was the pitch that got away but came right back to the catcher off the brick backstop here at Destrehan, and they had him out pretty easy on that play. So when you thought you were going to be in good shape early, trying to get is always important in a game like this. Destrehan able to get a bounce their way off the backstop on the wild pitch, and that got him out of the jam.
So the Tigers will take to the field. And the Tiger defense will have Chacon left, Acosta center, Whitney in right, Terrio third, Machado short, Gallen second, Furl at first with Long catching it on the mound. Is the right-hander Colin Zarang. Well, he wasn't penciled in to start, but he gets the nod. 7 appearances, all starts, 3 and 4, 4.31 earned run average, 37 in the third innings, 37 hits allowed, 29 runs, 23 earned runs. He's walked 18, struck out 41, so good strikeout numbers for Zarang. And Colin Zarang is pretty imposing out there. He's 6'3", 230, and he looks all of that.
Yeah, he's a good-looking player. Fills out the uniform nicely. You know, passes the eye test, and you can tell he can bring it just by watching him warm up right here. I mean, he's got some good zip on his fastball, and he's not even into the game yet. Looks like he's working a little cutter, a little slider in there. So, big arm for the Destrehan Wildcats to try to solve here today.
Destrehan will have Cardinal, Kenny, and Simon up here in the first. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Riley Cardinal to lead it off.
For your Destrehan Fighting Wildcats, catcher number 11, Riley Cardinal.
Cardinal is at 217, no homers, and 7 driven in on the season. First pitch hits him in the back. Auspicious start for Zarang. Cardinal claps his hands, trots to first. Base runner for the Wildcats is Cardinal to get it started.
Now coming to the plate for the Wildcats, designated hitter, number 1.
3 stolen bases for Cardinal.
Kenny.
And here is Seth Kenny, the DH, 333, a homer, 7 driven in. Left-handed hitter. Pitch is a strike called. It's 0-1. Cardinal will lead. Zarang brings it outside a ball. Kind of a slide step. He's very quick to the plate. Not going to give you much of an opportunity to run with that motion. Watch it again here. It's a very short stride to the plate right there. Pitch missed inside. And it's 2-1. It's a departure from the windup for sure. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch way outside, 3-1. Well, you wonder, he wasn't scheduled to pitch. Wonder about the mindset and about being ready. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here it is. That is ball 4 high, so he's on. Hit batsman and a walk, 2 on, nobody out. And a real good chance for the Wildcats. Here's Noah Simon.
Next up, center fielder, number 27, Noah Simon.
The center fielder, 367, no homers, 13 driven in. Check of the runners. Pitch on the way, squares to bunt, and took a strike. Straight up defensively are the Tigers. Nice crowd forming here. Per usual for this game. A lot of people down the outfield line. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Squares to bunt. Bunts it foul. Over toward the Destrehan dugout. Quickly 0-2 on Simon.
Trying to move runners, trying to get the early lead. So important in these, rivalry championship type matchups that we've got here today in their district. You got to move those runners, though. You got to execute in spots like this.
No balls and 2 strikes. Zarang delivers. Chopper third. He's going to step on third and try to throw across. That's going to take too much time. Does get the lead man. So elected not to go around the horn and take the force at third. It's kind of an in-between play, Danny. You got to know the base runner first off. Secondly, he wasn't close enough to the bag at third to be able to turn a double play.
Yeah, the ground ball kind of took him back towards third, so he had some momentum heading towards the bag, so went and got the sure out right there.
Point is,
took too long to develop to get the guy back over at first. I thought he probably should have just held on to it. I was worried that it would skip away possibly. Good job over at first base by Furl to make sure it didn't get away from him.
Strike called to Tayo's cleanup hitter, 228, a homer, 15 driven in. Yeah, certainly no fault to be assigned there. Just kind of an in-between type of play. Goes, waits for the 0-1. Good slider, strike called, 0-2. Couple of good crooked pitches here to start this hitter from Zerang. And he has Yos behind 0-2. Runner at second, Kenny. Simon at first. And the 0-2. Fastball, base hit left field. Stopping at third, the lead runner. So the bases will be loaded with 1 out. That was interesting. He threw 2 sliders for strikes, and then he threw a fastball down the middle.
Yeah, no, Yos hit that one well out in the left field. That's exactly what we talked about. They had a man on second, but the ball gets to that left fielder so quick, you got to put the brakes on there. So bases loaded now for Destrehan.
And John Carmichael can help himself, the pitcher. 287, no homers, 17 driven in. From the full windup, Zerang pitches. Crowds him with a fastball, 1-0. The 1-0. Up the middle to second. This good turn. Step on second. Throw to first and got the double play. Good job by Gallen. He made the right decision to take the play unassisted. Again, could have made the flip, Danny, but he made the decision to take the play himself. It was the right decision. It was 2 steps to the bag.
Yep, ball took him hard to the bag. Much easier just to step on second base and make a good throw over the first himself, and he did just that. So basically in the first inning, both teams had chances, and both teams come away with nothing. So a very interesting start to today's game.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base in that frame for Destrehan. Big chance by the wayside, and we're scoreless after 1. Boy, that's a big sigh of relief for Zerang. Might allow him to settle in. Again, he wasn't slated to pitch in this game.
Well, in a lot of times with good arms, if you're going to get them early, because as they go and settle in and get their feel and they get nice and loose, they get even more difficult to hit as the game goes. So, against both of these arms, you had chances in the first inning to score. Neither team did it. So, if they start getting better and getting more comfortable as they throw and get used to everything taking place around them in this ball game, they're going to become even tougher to get to.
No scores. We go to the second inning. Top of the second inning. Wildcats back in the field. 4, 5, and 6 for the Tigers in the second. Dupree, Furl, and Terrio will bat. And I want to remind you that today's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Lamarck Ford and Kenner. Now with an all-new 12-bay quick lane, servicing all makes and models for brakes, tires, oil changes, and more. Come see our remarkable deals and service. Stop by or go to Lamarck.com, as I have and always do. There's a drive into center field, slicing, that's going to get down. It's gone to the wall. It's off the wall. Rounding first inning for second, Dupree. The throw is good. He is safe at second base. Bang, bang play. Got the hand in with a head first slide. Good hustle by Dupree. Nice play by the center fielder, Simon. Got that caroming off the wall on the fly. Made a perfect throw. But just beating it was Dupree. Gets back to the original point you made it. The ballpark plays small in terms of being able to take the extra base.
Yeah, it does. And you saw it right there, a ball off the wall, and you're barely getting a double out of it.
Dupree in scoring position, nobody out. Pitch is rolled foul, first base side by Vladimir Furl. 288 hitter. No homers and 15 driven in. Here's the 1-1. Foul back at a cut. It's 1-2. Danny's right. Not much room beyond home plate. A little bit like Noel Suarez and Chalmette in that regard.
Yeah, I think this place actually has a little more
room than that. Yeah.
than out in Chalmette. That's really tight.
The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball first base. Off the first baseman in the right field. Run around third. He slips and falls. He was trying to score. The throw back to third, but the turf monster took care of Dupree. It looked like he was trying to score. He was about 12 to 15 feet down the line. Fell down. Might not have been the worst thing
Yeah, Coach Beaudry threw up a late stop sign there. He was going to try to score if he could and thought better of it, considering we've got nobody out. Decided to throw up the late sign there to stop the runner. Runner did a good job of just getting back to the base, but that's kind of the way that it's supposed to happen if you get that late stop sign. In a lot of cases, you should have to go diving back into the base.
Big chance for Taylor Terrio with nobody out, runners at the corners, and it's going to be a bunt, and it's fouled. 0-1, a safety squeeze for Terrio. Bunts it foul. That play goes as an error. Second error of the game already for Destrehan. And now Hahnville first and third, nobody out. And Terrio with the safety squeeze there. You execute it, you're going to score. It's that simple. With the first baseman holding the runner on if you bunt it in that direction.
Yeah, it's a great play with runners at the corners because you can score a run and move another guy in the scoring position. So,
but now not bunting, and he grounds it down the third baseline fair. Will score a run. RBI single, Taylor Terrio. Hahnville takes a 1-0 lead. Well, the Tigers were shut out in the first matchup with Destrehan. Not today. Terrio with his 6th run driven into the year. Stopping at second, Furl. Still nobody out. And Aiden Machado in what would appear to be a bunt situation.
Yeah, Coach Beaudry's using a wristband for his offensive sign, so he flashes a number to the hitter. The hitter looks at the wristband and it tells him what they want to do here. So he just got the number. We'll see if it's a sac bunt number.
Runners lead, shows bunt early.
Looks like it's going to be. As you just mentioned, he squared around real early there.
Which gets both corners in, and fielders are going to be moving here. The pitch. He bunts it beautifully toward third. He could beat this catcher. Doesn't get a base hit. Beautiful bunt by Machado. Good play by the catcher, Cardinal. But it's a bang-bang play at first. Tie goes to the runner. Bases loaded, nobody out. Chris Smear to the mound. I just love the offensive execution of Hahnville early in this game. Take you back to the first inning. Get a runner at second, hit behind him, and move him up a base. Don't score because of the attempt to score on a pitch that got by the catcher. And then here in the second, a double, and then the next hitter hits one behind the runner to move him up. I loved it. And then, of course, now you get the beautiful bunt. At the very least, a sacrifice turns into a base hit. Really good offensive execution by the Tigers.
Even if he wouldn't have beaten it out as he did, it was just a great bunt because he bunted it towards the third baseman. Whenever you're trying to move a guy up from second to third, you'd like to try to bunt it towards the third baseman so that he's got to come up, it vacates the bag, and you can easily get that runner over to third base. And then on top of that, the cherry on top is he beats it out at first.
Breaking ball low to Ethan Chacon. A big chance here. Bases loaded. Nobody out. 1-0 Hahnville. Chacon, 257, no homers and 8 RBI for the senior. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Took it high. It's 2-0. Puts a lot of pressure on Carmichael. He's had brilliant numbers this year, but really in high-stress situations here early in this game. 2 consecutive innings. The 2-0 pitch. Swung and a miss. It's 2-1.
Well, the biggest thing right here is to keep the ball off the ground. You want to try to get something to the outfield. Keep it off the ground. You don't want to hit into a double play here.
The 2-1 pitch. Outside, it's 3-1. Again, Hahnville has its district hopes in its own hands. They've got to play 3 straight days with the schedule the way it is. Here's the 3-1. Ball. Oh, he called it a strike over the inside edge. Heading toward first was Chacon. He's called back. Big call, and it's full 3-2.
Well, we know from our Jesuit Brother Martin game the other night that the home plate umpire likes the inside, doesn't like the outside. Same guy.
Payoff pitch. Not that time. Ball 4. A run will score. Hahnville takes a 2-0 lead. And again, only the 6th walk of the season issued by Carmichael. Chacon gets RBI number 9.
Back for the Tigers, center fielder, number 23, Connor Acosta.
Connor Acosta with a big chance. Acosta, the center fielder, at 176. No homers and 7 driven in. The junior 5-10. Here's the pitch. It's high for ball one, so Carmichael's command not as advertised thus far. It's falling behind some hitters. 1-0. That's a strike called. It's 1-1.
Needs to try to take somebody himself if he can. Get that one out up on the board and see if he can get you a ground ball after that.
Now the 1-1. Popped him up. That won't do anything. Second baseman makes the catch. Harding. Big out obtained by Carmichael. One gone. Turns the lineup over. Now when Gallen bats, he reached on the error. On the fly ball to left in the first. Double play can get Destrehan out of this mess.
Well, that's as good as a strikeout right there. Runners aren't able to move. Keeps them right where they're at, and it gives you that one in the out column. So now you're just a good pitch and a ground ball away from getting out of this mess.
Here's Gallons driven in 13. The pitch. Foul back. It's 0-1. Gallen back in. Open stance right side. Runners lead every base. Carmichael stretches and pitches and popped him up foul. Right side. It will be out of play. But now Carmichael has Gallen 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch outside. It's 1-2. Runners lead, and here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped him foul out of play right side. Terrio third, Machado second, and Chacon at first. 2 runs home, 1 out, 2-0 Hahnville here in the second. And another 1-2. Ground ball right side. That's ticketed for right field, a base hit. 1 run scores. Everyone else stops and moves up a base, and it's 3-0 Tigers. Gallen with his 14th RBI. Another good piece of hitting. Pitcher was working him away, Danny, and he made the adjustment and just went with it.
We talk about it time and time again during these high school broadcasts, how important it is for hitters to be willing to go the other way. And just a great job of hitting there in a clutch spot by Gallen. He was staying away from him, and he drilled it right that way.
First pitch, a strike call to Zarang. Grounded to first unassisted in the first. Leads this team in RBI. And the 0-1 pitch popped him up very high on the infield. Infield fly. Pitcher can't catch it. Infield fly in place, though. So the hitter is retired. That's a tough chance for a pitcher to have to try to make that play. But the put out nonetheless. Bases stay loaded with 2 outs. That's a big out to stay out of the big inning. Now it's up to Mason Long, struck out looking in the first. With the bases loaded, 2 outs here. The pitch, swung on and missed. Boy, pulled off that breaking ball. He did that earlier as well. 0-1. If you're the opposing team and coach, you see that. Out of a crouch, Long waits. Runners lead. The 0-1. Hammered foul, third base side. Left that pitch in and down. Just a little bit ahead of it. It's 0-2. Gotta believe he goes away here.
Big spot right here for both teams. Destrehan trying to keep it close and not let this inning really get out of hand. And Hahnville trying to open the floodgates.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Breaking ball down and out. He did go to the hook away. Good job by Long to lay off. 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. High and tight, it's 2-2. So the business pitch coming up here, where the base is loaded.
Whatever pitch he has the most confidence in, you're probably going to see it right here.
2-2. Breaking ball beat foul. He got a piece. Stayed alive.
So when he wants to go try to strike a guy out, that's what you're going to see there. You're going to see the breaking ball.
Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another pitch on the way. Breaking ball beat up the middle of second. Flip to the shortstop, covering for the out. The inning is over. Hahnville breaks on top with 3 runs in the inning. And the Tigers do it on 4 hits. There was an error. They strand 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Hahnville on top, 3-0. Good inning for the Tigers. Good offensive execution, but Destrehan averted disaster there. That could have been a huge inning.
They did a great job of pitching, out of some big-time trouble right there and making some plays. And, got 2 pop-ups on the infield, which I'm sure has Coach Beaudry scratching his head. But, just a really good job of stepping up and finding a way to keep this game very manageable here at 2-0.
And now Zerang emboldened with that lead, heads back to the mound. Big confidence builder. Again, when you didn't score on this team for 8 straight innings and you get a 3 spot, that's huge. It has to help their confidence. But again,
absolutely,
like their ability to move runners and the way they approach things offensively. Very impressed.
Yeah, Hahnville's had shots at both innings. The second inning where they finally broke through and got on the board, and they've got to feel good, kind of getting that bear off their back after the shutout against Destrehan earlier this week.
Hahnville sent 9 to the plate in that inning. Here in the second, Kluat, Grenier, and Harding will bat for Destrehan. Zerang finishes his warm-up tosses. Much like at John Ryan, we get the trains here in Destrehan.
Coming to the plate for your Fighting Wildcats.
They follow us, don't they?
Shortstop number 10. Got
to have a train by a ballpark. That's as baseball as it gets.
I did games at UNO for years, as you know, and always had that there as well. Strike call to Kluat, 0-1. Also had the Plains out at Maestri Field because of Lakefront Airport. Caleb Kluat, 246, no homers, 14 driven in. The 0-1. Missed the inside edge, 1-1. As you mentioned, that's a pitch that we saw this home plate umpire call in the previous game. That one perhaps slightly off the plate. There's the 1-1. High, it's 2-1. Zerang threw 14 pitches. In the first, hit a batter, walked a batter, but got a big double play ball to get out of it. The pitch, just missing down, it's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, and here it comes. And a looping line drive into right is going to be caught by the right fielder. Whitney for out number 1. Playing shallow and engaged correctly.
Yeah, sitting right there waiting for that one. Good scouting report.
Now coming
Keston
to the
Grenier
plate,
bats.
left fielder number 8, Keston Grenier.
Grenier 237 on the year, no homers and 9 driven in. First pitch missing away, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Grenier. Fastball, strike call. There's that inside corner call right there, 1-1.
Yeah, we saw that the other night. He is definitely willing to give you that inside fastball.
1-1 pitch. Good strike call. Good off-speed pitch that broke over. And it's 1-2. One-two pitch. Just missed the outside edge. Quality pitch. It's 2-2. That's a tough take. Zerang wants to work quickly. Grenier stepped out, back in, the 2-2. Backdoored him. Again, just missed the outside edge. That's 2 that just missed, and it's 3-2. Payoff pitch is a fly ball into center. Center fielder over, left fielder there. Center fielder makes the catch. Acosta for out number 2. Couple of fly ball outs obtained by Zerang. Wins that battle. And now Gage Harding at 271, a homer and 9 driven in. We'll
Second
bat.
baseman, number 18, Gage Harding.
Well, a big spot right here for Hahnville. If you can throw up that 0, always important to try to throw up a 0 after you score. You score, they don't, and get your team back in the dugout ready to try to add on.
Down and out for a ball to Harding. Pitch in there for a strike at the knees. It's 1-1. The pitch, fastball, just missing the outside edge, I guess. 2-1. Catcher held on to it. That's what catchers do when they think they got one. Tap foul, it's 2-2, or they're trying to sell it. Either of the two, take your choice. Outside and low. So we have our third 3-ball count in succession from Zerang. 3-2 the count on Harding. Payoff pitch from Zerang. Swing and a miss. Threw it by him, inning over his first strikeout. Good inning for Zerang. Sets them down in order. We've played 2, and it's Hahnville on top of Destrehan, 3-0. Well, there's the proverbial shutdown inning after the crooked number. That's what you always want to see. David Beaudry has to be very happy about that as his team gets back to the dugout with a 3-run lead.
Well, it's huge. You put that 3 spot up in the top of the inning, you put the 0 up in the bottom of the inning, and then you've got a chance to tack on and try to space things out and get it to 4 or 5-0 here in the top of the 3rd.
Hahnville going back to work. 4, 5, and 6 in the order due up. Today's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Riverlands Insurance Services, who encourages you to make your insurance game plan today. Riverlands is a proud recipient of the Top Insurance Workplace Award for 2019 from Insurance Business America. Call Riverlands at 1-800-336-4579 and go to riverlandsinsurance.com. So I have to turn in my monthly column for the Kenner Star newspaper. And after mulling over the topics, I decided I was going to write about the high school softball playoffs and the first round results because of all of the run rule, mercy rule games that took place. It was astonishing. And it's another illustration of how this split in high school athletics has just been poor in many phases. Pitch missing down a ball. I'll say it again. We're sitting in the River Parishes right now where some people probably like the split. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball strike called to Dupree, who had a double his first time and scored a run. It's pitch number 45 for Carmichael, but I just like the competition legally, fairly. Pitch missing down, and it's 2-1. I've proposed several potential solutions to bring people back together. I just think it's a shame these kids don't get to compete with each other. You talked about that earlier with baseball in 5A. Well, the same applies to softball. And they don't get that chance, and you get a lot of bad matchups. There's a pitch down. Not only bad matchups, but here's the other part of that. Without naming names, you got teams that simply have no business being in the playoffs.
Right, and that Division I softball bracket, I saw that thing come out the other day and just had to shake my head. It was the same
7 teams.
7 teams. Yeah, 7 teams playing each other all over again. I mean, what kind of excitement is that?
Yeah, and they get to skip a couple of rounds. If you're a higher seed, you don't even play. You win one game, you're in the semifinals. Leadoff walk to Dupree. That's the second walk from Carmichael. And that's a story because, as mentioned, he only had 5 walks coming in all season long. Pitch. Strike called to Furl, who reached on an error, scored a run in the second inning.
Yeah, I think a couple teams in that bracket went straight to sulfur, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
didn't
unfortunate.
even have to win.
Throw to first, runner back. Yeah, you need to read that because when I was, and I do a softball report every day for CrescentCitySports.com with all the area results, ditto for baseball. I was just astonished posting all these results and looking at them. Fly ball right side, slicing foul into the corner and out of play. Off the bat of Furl. 0-2. Vladimir, as mentioned, reached on an error, scored a run in the third. No balls, 2 strikes. Dupree a lead. The pitch. Grounded to short. Is it hard enough to turn? Second for 1. First, safe. Wasn't hit that hard. Furl beats the Rapid first on a fielder's choice. 6-4 put out, 1 out. And now Taylor Terrio, who singled home a run in the second inning.
Now up to bat, third baseman, number 14, Talon Terrio.
Here's Terrio. Furl away from first. Throw to first, and don't have him. Boy, that was close. Very close at first. Furl just got back in. Plate umpire motioning to the Hahnville dugout to back up a little bit. Nobody's on the grass, though. They're snap throw to first again. And to dive back in once more. Furl's got about as big a lead as he can get based on those moves. Check out the run of the pitch. He's going. Pitches a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Paints the gap. Runner for third. It's going to be first and third with 1 out. Beautiful piece of hitting by Terrio. He's 2 for 2.
Well, it shows you that he's willing to hit the ball where it's pitched. He singled to left in the first at bat and singles to right in the second at bat.
Now coming to the plate, shortstop number 13, Aiden Machado.
Aiden Machado will bat. Chris Meir will come to the mound. No action in the bullpen, so just be a conversation. Tigers with 4 hits now. And a lot of base runners in this one.
There was a lefty down there throwing a little bit, so I don't know if he's making a move or not. It looks like the dugout's expecting the pitcher to come off the field, but
it does. So apparently they are going to make changes here.
Is that Simon, huh?
Gotta believe so. Looks like Haslauer has run out to the outfield. He's going to play left field. So it looks like Haslauer is going to left. We'll see what other changes are made here. As Destrehan will make the pitching change, so Carmichael only able to go 2 1/3. A bit surprising with the way he's pitched this season.
Well, Hahnville's playing right now like they've got a point to prove after the other day. I don't think that 5-0 loss sat too well with them because they have come out extremely focused and ready to execute here today.
5 hits allowed by Carmichael. Walked 2, struck out 1, hit a batter, and of course still responsible for the runners that are on base right now. And the new pitcher for Destrehan is Noah Simon, the left-hander. He inherits a very difficult situation. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Simon on the year, 11 appearances, 7 starts, 2 and 4, 2.54 earned run average, has a save. 47 in the third innings pitched, 39 hits allowed, 25 runs, 15 of which have been earned, 20 walks, 40 strikeouts. He has hit 7 batters, a high total. They bat 260 against him. So Simon will be pitching to Machado when play continues.
Now on the mound for the Wildcats, number 27, Noah Simon.
So Simon taking over. Looks like Carmichael has gone to third base, it appears. So they've made some changes here. Try to spot them all for you. Stretch pitch. Down a ball. The runner takes second without a throw. So Terrio into scoring position. And a 1-0 count to Machado, who had the bunt single his first time. Pitch is a strike call, and it's 1-1. Ball and a strike. Looks like Dufresne has moved to center field. Getting a lot of changes. That's where Simon had been. This pitch gets away, but no advance. Well, they learned that one time. They weren't going to run into another out in that situation, and it's 2-1. Remember, they lost that base runner in the first inning. 2 balls and a strike. Runners second and third. Infield is in. And the 2-1 pitch fouled out of play. So the count goes 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. It's like Grenier is in right. Haslauer in left. Simon ready with the 2-2 pitch. And a line drive into center field. That's going to be missed. Gets down. Run will score. Second runner for third. And Hahnville extends the lead to 4-0. Great job of putting the bat on the ball by Machado. Got to go as a base hit. Sliding in, trying to make that catch. Tough chance for Dufresne.
Now at the plate.
So Dufresne is the center fielder.
10, Ethan Chacon.
And now Chacon will bat. 4-0 Hahnville. And Chacon gets another chance to add on. Second hit for Machado. Pitch is a strike call to Chacon, who walked his first time. That drove in a run. No balls and a strike. And the 0-1 pitch, runner goes and a foul back, so it's 0-2. They weren't going to throw down, I'm sure, but they were swinging on the pitch, so it's 0-2.
Hahnville keeping the pressure on. They are not waiting around. They are trying to get up by as many as they can, as quick as they can.
No balls and 2 strikes. Check of the runners, and the pitch is outside. A fastball, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Check of the runners again. And his pitch misses, and he does take second, does the runner at first. So another steal and 2 players in scoring position. As Machado moves into second, and the count goes to 2-2. Hahnville playing very aggressive baseball, very effective baseball, very good baseball early in this game. 2-2, high and away. So now a full count to Chacon. Got the RBI earlier on the bases loaded walk. Has 9 driven in. Infield is in. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout recorded there. Round number 2. Now a chance for Simon to get out of this. As Acosta will bat.
Coming to the plate for Hahnville, center fielder, number 23, Connor Acosta.
Acosta popped to second his first time. First pitch to Acosta. Fastball strike called, 0-1. Run, of course, was charged to the starter, Carmichael. The 0-1. And that got by the catcher, but no advance. Again, they've learned their lesson. That ball does carry him back, Danny, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You got to be real careful with that. And it's really one of those things where it's kind of got to get away but then up the line in order to take home plate here. If it's directly back behind the plate, it's tough.
Ball and a strike. Runner at third, Terrio. Machado at second. 1-1 the count. Pitch is on the way. Fast strike. It's 1-2. One ball and two strikes. Simon brings another breaking ball, dropped right in there, struck him out looking. Inning is over. Hahnville adds a run. They do it on 2 hits, no errors. Strand 2, they've left 5. Bottom of the third coming. 4-0 Tigers. So the Tigers looking good, and yet you get the feeling that they could have a bigger lead in this one.
Oh, they could absolutely could have a bigger lead, and Destrehan's done a great job of fighting to keep it at 4-0 right now. Really nice breaking ball there by Simon. That was a heck of a pitch there for strike 3 on Acosta. So Destrehan has kept themselves in the game, and but they've got to get going. They've got to get scoring, try to find a way to cut into this 4-0 lead. But they have done a good job of finding a way to stick around, because Hahnville has absolutely had chances to score more.
So a 4-0 game. And now Zerang back to the mound with a 4-run lead. Further emboldened. Didn't expect Carmichael to be gone so early with the way he's pitched this year, but they got him out of there. And the line on him was 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. Hit a batter, could lose, cannot win. Simon gets out of further damage. And now Destrehan will try to get its offense going. The bottom of the third. Against Zerang, who's thrown 31 pitches in 2 innings, 16 strikes. He's hit a batter, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Cameron Dufresne will bat. Dufresne has moved to center field now. Started the game in right field. First pitch on the way. Swings and fouls it out of play. Dufresne 255, no homers, 4 driven in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chopper to short. Machado gets a hop to set and gun. Good arm. Got his man. 1 out. Riley Cardinal will bat as they flip the order. Cardinal hit by a pitch in the first inning.
Now coming to the plate, catcher number 11, Riley Cardinal.
Cardinal in from the right side. The pitch, look out, hit him in the back. Second straight time he's hit Riley Cardinal. Do they know each other or what? Riley trots to first. That was an off-speed pitch. I had no intent at all. Pitch just got away from him. Very slow pitch. And we'll get a courtesy runner at first base. That's going to be Michael Miller.
Entering the game, courtesy runner number 7, Michael Miller. Now at the plate, designated hitter number 1, Seth Kenny.
So Miller runs at first. Seth Kenny bats. Walked his first time. And the pitch. Swung on it, a foul tip into the mid. It's 0-1. A little bit of tougher times for John Curtis. Jesuit leading Curtis 13-1.
Wow.
In the 4th inning. We'll have the second game in that series tomorrow. Fouled out of play live at CrescentCitySports.com. Suspect it's going to be better than that one. It's 2 good teams. 0-2 the count. And the pitch. Backdoored him, struck him out looking. Quality pitch by Zerang for out number 2, his second strikeout.
Nice pitch there by Zerang to bring him up for strike 3.
Pitcher number 27, Noah Simon.
Noah Simon bats, now the pitcher. Grounded into a fielder's choice, his first trip. First pitch, right through there, strike called. It's 0-1. 0-1 is a line drive base hit right field. Lead runner is going to round second, stop there. Throw coming back in from the right fielder, Whitney. And it's first and second with 2 outs, a chance for the Wildcats.
Smooth looking swing there by Simon. You can see why he hits in the 3-hole for the Wildcats. That ball was laced out in the right field. And Destrehan right where they want to be. Runners at first and second, and they've got to cut into this lead. You don't want to let Hahnville have another shot in the top of the 4th to extend it. You want to cut into it right now here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Brian Cato will run at first base for the pitcher. So a pair of courtesy runners employed here. And now 2 on, 2 outs for Ty Yos, who had a base hit his first time. Need some 2-out magic here to try to get the Wildcats on the board. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball over but high. Buckle the knees a little bit, but just a little high. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball grounded to the 3rd, handled by Terrio. His throw is on the money, and the inning is over. Destrehan gets 2 on, cannot score. No runs, a hit. No errors, 2 stranded. They've left 4. We've played 3. Hahnville on top, 4-0. Got to be impressed with Zerang. Wasn't expected to start. Was told late in the game he was starting. He's gone out there and got out of that big bases loaded jam in the first, and he's really settled in.
Yeah, he's making some nice pitches in key spots and getting some key strikeouts, key ground balls on the infield, and doing a good job of keeping the Wildcat offense at bay.
So still 4-0. 4-0 Hahnville going to the top of the 4th inning. Ken Trahan, Danny Ream with you. From Destrehan as Simon takes his warm-up tosses. And today's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute. At Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute, each patient receives the same personalized care and innovative treatment as the professional athletes they treat every day. Get back in the game as quickly and safely as possible with the team that treats more than 30,000 athletes per year. Learn more at ochsner.org/sportsmed.
Coach Beaudry just had his team up in front of the dugout right there before the top of the 4th inning gets started here in a moment. And I can promise you, he was telling them, it's time to extend this thing. We've had chances. We should be up by more than 4 right now. Let's try to get to 6 or 7 right here. Really space this thing out and give ourselves even more breathing room. You know, right now, Destrehan's sticking around. 4-0's not a huge mountain to climb. But if Hahnville can get to 6 or 7, it's going to be really tough.
Pitch is down for ball 1. Colin Gallen has reached on an error, singled, driven home a run. The 1-0 pitch is a strike of the knees. It's 1-1. Simon getting the sign from Cardinal, and here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Nice changeup.
Yeah, nice pitch. Simon's done a good job since he's come into the game. Able to locate his fastball. He had a really nice breaking ball to end the last inning. There's a good changeup right there. So using multiple pitches.
Swinging a foul over the dugout of Hahnville. Out of play. Off the bat of Gallen, it's 1-2. Zerang and Long to follow. Here it comes. Line drive into right. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. Had him tracked perfectly. 1 out. Grenier making the catch. Gallen retired. And the batter is Colin Zerang.
Coming to the plate for the Tigers.
It's grounded out and popped out.
Colin Zerang.
Here's Zerang. Here's the pitch. Down a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field side. Left fielder long run toward the line. Still coming, and it drops.
Fair ball.
Fair ball. Zerang has a bloop single. He's aboard. Just dropped in fair. And Zerang will get a runner. Wasn't getting down the line all that well there, and get him off and get him some rest to go pitch And you're going to have a
Entering
courtesy
the game
runner
at
for
first
Hahnville.
base,
That's Sam
courtesy
Semino.
runner number 3, Sam Semino.
Semino runs at first, and now Mason Long bats.
Now at the plate, catcher number 5, Mason Long.
Long is struck out looking and grounded into a fielder's choice.
Well, that pop-up right there is basically what it was, a pop-up out in shallow left, just in no man's land, right on the line.
7th hit for Hahnville in the game. Throw to first, runner dives back in. Tigers had 4 hits in the second and 2 in the third, 1 here in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Fastball high, 1-0. Good lead by the runner. The pitch. Ground ball, a third hit sharply. This could turn. The second for 1 to first, and safe at first base. Ball hit the ground. Were he able to hold it, catch it, it probably would have been the double play.
Good hustle.
The ball was hit hard enough.
Yeah, good hustle by Long there. He hit it a ton right at the third baseman, and he saw that it could be a double play ball, and he really went into another gear getting down the line. So, good hustle there out of Long.
Dupree will bat. Will they run for Long or not?
Yeah, they did.
So they do have a runner for Long. Typically run for pitchers and catchers at this level. That will be number 19, and that's Jake Rissinger. Rissinger.
Courtesy runner at first base for the Tigers, number 19, Jake Rissinger.
So Rissinger at first. And with 2 outs, here is Brant Dupree's doubled, scored, and walked. Took it up and in, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Popped him foul out of play. It's 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Dupree back in. Rissinger leads. Draws a throw. A lot of dirty uniforms on the Hahnville side with runners diving back into bases.
Gotta love it considering how many games are played on turf now.
Quite a few. Considering the rain we've had recently, that's a good thing. Breaking ball, strike call. That dropped in there. Off-speed breaking ball, slow one. It's 1-2. It's the slow curve. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball left side to third. Flagged by the third baseman Carmichael. Flips to second to Harding for the force, and the inning is over. So in the inning, it's no runs and a hit. No errors, 1 left. Hahnville's left 6. Bottom of the 4th is coming, and it remains the Tigers 4 and the Wildcats nothing. So Simon has settled things down a bit for the Wildcats. They just need to find some offense, Danny.
Yeah, that's exactly what you needed right there. You needed to put the 0 up, but Destrehan's got to find some offense, find a way to get on the board, and cut down on this 4-0 lead right here. So they did what they needed to do right there in the top of the inning, and now in the bottom of the inning, they need to try to find a way to get 2 or 3.
Bottom of the 4th will send Carmichael, Kluot, and Grenier to the plate against Zarang, who's thrown 40 pitches in 3 innings. Not a high total. 2 hit batsmen, a walk, and 2 strikeouts for Colin thus far. He's done a good job. Again, our salute to Chip and Matt Merritt for handling duties here today, reducing camera work. The dynamic brother duo handling business in good fashion. Zarang finishes his warm-up tosses. Again, Hahnville's got to play 3 straight days if the weather holds. trying to determine this district championship. Of course, both of these teams battling for power points and positioning in the 5A playoffs, which both figure to make. Carmichael leads it off. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end that bases loaded threat in the first. The pitch. Chopper slowly toward third. Got to come get this. Pitcher will glove it. He will throw it and didn't get him. Base hit. No chance for the third baseman to make that play. Terrio. So Zarang had to make the play, and he made a good play and made a strong throw, but Carmichael just beat it for an infield single and a good start for Destrehan here in the fourth.
Shortstop number 10, Caleb Kluat.
Caleb Kluat will bat. Flied out to right in the second. First pitch. Strike called, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Carmichael will lead the pitch. Breaking ball strike. Good pitch, 0-2. Shows that good slider. Not much to differentiate between a slider and a cutter. Kind of similarity. 0-2 pitch. Tap foul. Boy, came in with a fastball. Good pitch. Good sequence. After the sliders break into the outer portion, he goes hard inside. Just getting a piece was Kluat. Still alive. I'd like to bottle this weather and keep it the rest of the baseball season. We all know that won't happen. Oh, a nice pitch that just missed high. Again, broke it over, but apparently just high. And it's 1-2.
You got to build an inning right here if you're Destrehan. Need to fight to try to get another guy on.
1-2 is grounded first.
There it is.
On a base
there
hit.
it is.
Runner's going to round second and check in there. Inside out swing. Kluat just got it by the first baseman, Furl. Here come the Wildcats with 2 on, nobody out.
Well, this is the inning that you want to try to get into this lead, as we talked about, before you get into the back half of the game. You know, out of a 7-inning game, this 4th inning is kind of the midway point, so it would be good for the Wildcats if they could cut down on this lead a little bit right here, and it looks like they're setting the table to do it.
It's Keston Grenier in a big spot. Fly to center back in the 2nd inning. 2 on, nobody out. Stretch and the pitch. High fastball, 1-0. Check of the runners. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball missed the outside edge, 2-0. Destrehan's side of things getting excited, the fan base seeing the opportunity that exists. On 2-0 the pitch. Chopper towards second. Second base, 1. First base, 2. Double play.
Wow.
The second double play. Beautifully done. That goes from Gowan to Machado to Furl. Well done.
Yeah, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. Really takes the wind out of the Destrehan sails right there. What a nice double play turn by the Tigers. And now Destrehan with a runner on third. 2 outs. Need to try to get that guy if you can, but boy, that took away the chance for a big inning right there. What a double play turn by Hahnville.
Carmichael the third, 2 outs. Gage Harding bats. Harding swings at a ball in the dirt. Almost looked like an emergency hack with 2-1. Is that that's a different hitter? I'm sorry. We'll fix that. Not Harding, of course. But for Destrehan, that's going to be Jonah Haslauer, who came in earlier, the freshman. Haslauer playing left field now, so Haslauer in this spot. He swings and fouls it quickly, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Jonah Haslauer. Batting .222 with 2 RBI. The freshman. 0-2. Missing away. It's 1-2. Runner at third, 2 outs. 4-0 Hahnville on top, bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-2. Fastball away, it's 2-2.
Good spot there. Bazarang just barely missed it.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here's another pitch. Grounded toward first, foul, holding it 2-2. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Haslauer. Ready, another pitch on the way. Ground ball left side, tough chance. Shortstop backhands, has a long throw, and he got him. What a play by Machado. Stayed poised, backhand, and made a strong throw from the hole. That is an outstanding play, Danny.
Excellent play right there. That's as good as you'll see at this level. Going to his backhand and a strong throw across the diamond. And Hahnville just played great defense right there. Destrehan had a shot. Things were looking good with first and second early in the inning. Just great play defensively in the middle infield for Hahnville right there. They turned the 4-6-3 double play. And then right there, Machado into the hole with a really tough throw to make across the diamond and almost made it look easy. So tip your cap right there to just great defensive play in the Hahnville infield. So it stays at 4-0. Destrehan still right in the thick of it, but you got to keep putting zeros up.
So now we do get to the back half, going to the top of the 5th, 4-0 lead. It's 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 6 left Hahnville. It's no runs for Destrehan, and they've done it on 4 hits with 2 errors, and they've stranded 5.
Coming up the bat.
5th inning at
First baseman.
Harahan Playground. Jesuit 14, John Curtis 1. And we'll have the second game of that series, hopefully much better than that, which we expect it to be tomorrow at CrescentCitySports.com at 4 p.m. There's a pitch down and out, ball 1 to Vladimir Furl. He's reached on an error, scored a run, reached on a fielder's choice, scored a run. So he's twice crossed the pay station. Way outside and high from Simon, it's 2-0. Simon came in the 3rd inning. He's working here in the 5th. And now the 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Shade Furl slightly to the off field. Now the 2-1 pitch popped him up. Foul, out of play. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. And down and out, 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes on Furl. Payoff pitch is on the way. Fly ball center field, shading his eyes. Dufresne going back there, got it, 1 out. Saw it right away. That's important with his son, because if you don't see it off the bat, you're going to have a hard time finding it after that. He did, and he got it.
Yeah, he did a good job of using his glove to shade his eyes and allowing him to see that ball all the way to him, because you could tell that it was a little bit problematic there, but nice job of adjusting.
Softball, number 10 seed Hahnville leads at number 7 Pineville, 1-0 in the 2nd inning. In the regional round, strike call to Terrio. And Talon's had a big day. Singled in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, driven home a run and scored a run. Been in the middle of everything. Breaking ball drops right in there. Good pitch by Simon. It's 0-2. This left-hander's done a good job since entering the game in relief of Carmichael. 0-2 pitch. Fastball fouled out of play right side. Remains 0-2.
Yeah, Simon's done a great job of coming in and just settling things down. His arm on the mound right now is giving Destrehan the opportunity to stick around in this one.
Down and out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Simon ready. The 1-2. Swung on it late, fouled it off the end of the bat to stay alive. Gorgeous afternoon. Boy, I mean, we're in the press box. It's one of those days you wish you were outside. 1-2 the count. Can't have everything. Here it comes. Inside high, 2-2. I mean, there are perks to being in the press box. Danny is waiting on the lobster thermidor to be finished right behind him. 2-2 pitch. There's a hard hit ball to short. Eats him up. Base hit. That's a base hit for Terrio. His third of the game. He's 3 for 3. Is do or die for Kluad. That ball was right at him. Sinking liner. And once it hits the turf, I mean, there's little or no chance he can come up with that. A base hit. Aiden Machado bats with 1-on-1 out. He has been in the middle of everything. 2 singles and an RBI, a stolen base. Bats from the right side. The pitch. Showed bunt, took a ball. I got the third baseman charging. Remember, Machado bunted for a single back in the second inning, so he's very adept at that skill, which of course has Carmichael's attention, who's in on the grass at third with 1-on-1 out. Throw to first. This time the runner back easily with a short lead, Terrio. Here's the 1-0. Fastball sits high. It's 2-0. Aiden Machado on 2-0. Swings and corks it to left. Left fielder back, won't get it. Base hit. Went back, went over, couldn't get there. First and second, 1 out. Machado's 3 for 3. So you got Terrio and Machado in the 6 and 7 holes, both 3 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive there. Combined 6 for 6, and then Machado really getting it done defensively last inning for Hahnville, so he stays hot. He was hot on the defensive side, stays hot on the offensive side. He's having a great day. 9
hits now for Hahnville. Here's Chacon, who's walked and struck out. The walk drove in a run. Bases loaded version in the second. The pitch. Foul back, had a cut, it's 0-1. Look at that carom all the way back to the pitcher. No balls and a strike. So really in 5A, there are no local teams that appear to be definitive threats because of all the power in other parts of the state, right? I mean, that's what it looks like from the power rankings.
Well, you know,
pitch
I mean, when
is high, 1-1.
When they go on the road, you know, that could be your big upsets early in the bracket. I mean, these teams know how to play. You know, I mean, obviously the strength of 5A is Baton Rouge and Southwest Louisiana, but these teams are capable of upsetting somebody.
There's a fly ball into right field. Right fielder back and over. It's over his head. That's going to get a run home. Rounding third and heading home is Terrio. It's a double for Chacon. How about this bottom of the order for Hahnville coming through big time in this game? Tigers extend their lead to 5-0.
Grenier needed to take a deeper angle on that ball. His angle wasn't deep enough, and it got up and over him out there in right field. And that's why it's so important to start, you know, start back and then adjust from there. He was coming more across, and that thing just ate him up.
So we're going to get a hitter and a courtesy runner. Charles Mays is going to be the hitter.
Pinch hitter, number 30, Charles Mays.
Mays is going to bat. Running at second is Brennan Edwards. So Edwards runs at second. And Mays is going to bat with second and third. And 1 out. The infield will come in. Charles Mays hitting .500 with no homers, no RBI. He's only had 2 official plate appearances, 1 for 2 on the year.
Wow.
And has a chance here. The pitch. Grounds it toward the left side to the shortstop. Looks the runner back to third. Throws to first for the out. So got him on 1 pitch. That's another big out.
Hit it hard.
Did. 2 gone. One up there trying to drive in run. Turn the lineup over, and now Colin Gallen will bat.
Second baseman number 2, Colin Gallen.
Here's Gallen, who has a single. He's also reached on an error, 1 for 3. Takes a pitch down, a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Down and out. Catcher got a piece of it, keeps it close enough. No advance, 2-0. 5-0 Tigers here in the 5th inning. And Gallen could strike out, perhaps a fatal blow if he could single here.
Yeah, that would be huge for Hahnville to get up to 7.
2 balls and no strikes. Lefty brings another. That's way high, 3-0. And you wonder if Simon is maybe tiring a little bit here. Will stretch. Has to throw a strike. And he does, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Another on the way. Down a ball, so the bases will be loaded with 2 outs. And a chance for Colin Zarang to help himself. So Colin out of base hit in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. Here's the first pitch. There's a ball low, 1-0.
Well, nowhere to go right here, so Zarang's got to lock in on something he can hit hard. Can't really mess around with a guy when the bases are loaded.
And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Off speed. Got him out in front. It's 1-1.
But once again, a situation where a base hit really opens it up. If Destrehan can get a key out here, keeps him in the ball game.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch. And there's a swing and a liner in the left. Left fielder misread it. Caught it. Wow, that's a tough read. Ball looked like it was going to carry, but Haslauer made the play. Good job. Toughest play. Ball hit right at your heart, right?
Yeah, that's a good play by the outfielder right there. That one was slicing from the left-hander, also on a line, so very tough to judge, especially on this sun field that we've got here today. So a good play there, and it's 5-0 now, but Destrehan's still hanging around. I mean, they've got to find a way, obviously, to start scoring, but they can get 2 or 3. It's a completely different game as you move into the 6th and 7th innings.
So 5-0, Chacon driving in the run with an RBI double. And now Zarang with a 5-run lead. Hit the ball hard there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He hit the heck out of it. Just hit it right at him, and the outfielder made a great play out there and left. Great atmosphere for these games. You gotta love these high school ballparks when you get people up and down the lines and grandstands packed, and it's just a great atmosphere.
No doubt.
It's been very interesting the way that, and obviously 5-0's a nice lead, but it's not, insurmountable. So it's kind of interesting how Destrehan has managed to stick around in this one. And Chris Mears just waiting on some offensive production, just trying to get some runs on the board, and it can change things up quick.
Zarang back to the mound. And Zarang will face Dufresne, then the top of the order, Cardinal and Kenny in the 5th. .55 pitches for Zarang. Through 4 innings, he's hit 2 batters. He's walked just 1, struck out 2. So he's pitched well to contact, and he's made his pitches when he's had to. Today's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 35 years, transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. Cameron Dufresne leads it off, grounded to short in the 3rd inning. Takes a breaking ball strike, it's 0-1. He's been able to rely on that pitch all day as Zarang. been a good one. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, same pitch. He went around. It's 0-2. Good victory for St. Augustine today. They beat Archbishop Shaw 4-2. 0-2. Swinging a foul back. I mean, I think about teams like that. I don't think I'd want to face them.
No.
In the playoffs. They've got good players. One great pitcher and a couple that are very capable.
3-game series and you're getting Huggins in the opening game.
There's a ground ball, base hit, right field. Good job of hitting by Dufresne on an 0-2 pitch. Drives it through the right side. And the leadoff man is aboard, just what Destrehan needed. And now Riley Cardinal bats. And Riley has batted twice. He's only seen 2 pitches, and both of them hit him in the back. So,
gonna need some ice after this one.
Hahnville softball leading Hahnville 1-0 in the 3rd inning. On the road in the regional round. As a pop-up, that won't do any damage on the infield. Shortstop near the bag at second, making the catch. Round number 1 is Machado. That's a 1-pitch out. A big out obtained by Zarang. And here is Seth Kenny.
Designated hitter number 1.
There's walked and struck out.
Kenny.
That's with 1 out here. Kenny takes it just down for ball 1. Point I was making earlier about 5A. The highest ranked team from anywhere near the New Orleans area is Ponchatoula at number 21. Pitches away 2-0. That's born of a couple of things. Traditional powers in this area on the non-select side not being as potent this year. And the split. Because had you not had the split, some of those select schools would certainly be higher than 21. Throw to first, runner back.
Well, that opening round of the 5A bracket being single elimination. I mean, this is not a single elimination sport.
Runner starts and stops. The pitch is a strike. And the count goes to 2-1. No, that's right. Single elimination.
You know, years ago, you used to have the entire bracket with single elimination. And this is just not a game that should be decided on one given day. I mean, all you got to do is have one arm at on the mound, and that could be the end of your season.
2-1, got by the catcher. That's a pass ball. So on to second base goes Dufresne. Definitely a pass ball, and it's 3-1. Takes away the double play possibility. That's big because Hahnville has looked crisp in the field. They've turned 2 double plays in this game. 3 balls and a strike. Ready now. Here is the pitch. Up and in. He walked him. So there's 2 base runners with 1 out for Destrehan here in the 5th. And here is no assignment, but first David Beaudry will make the slow march to the mound. Well, now he's going to trot now and call his infielders in. Walk not the worst thing. It sets up the force play, double play. But up 5, you don't want to give up free base runners. Well, you never want to give up free base runners. What am I saying? It's easy to say, but sometimes hard to do. Now Ponchatoula in the 21 spot. Covington at 23, just ahead of Hahnville.
Number 27.
North Shore, 28. Chalmette at 29. Amongst the non-selects. The latest power rankings. Mandeville on the outside looking in at 36. Ditto Riverdale at 37. And East Jefferson at 38. Here's Simon. 2 on, 1 out. And he takes it for a strike. Good pitch from Zarang. Oh and 1 the count. Another pitch on the way. Outside. It's 1-1. A ball and a strike. The next pitch Fastball strike call. Paints the outside edge. Well done. And it's 1-2. Zerang looks like he does it pretty effortlessly out there with his motion.
Yeah, you could see that right from his warm-up pitches before the game even started, that the ball just kind of jumped out of his hand.
Swinging a hard hit ball foul down the first base side. Out in front of a pitch was Simon. Count remaining at 1-2. Hahnville scored 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth. To lead at 5-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. Destrehan trying to rally. Simon on 1-2. Took it away. It's 2-2.
I'm going to see a little wrinkle right here from Zerang.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. Ground ball right side. First baseman ranges to get it. Pitcher has to cover. Nice play on both ends. Good job by Furl. Good job by Zerang. Very impressed with the Hahnville infield defense in this game.
That's really been the story of extinguishing these little Destrehan rallies that they've tried to put together. The Hahnville infield just steps up and just really makes some great plays to shut it down.
Well, there's a lot of movement there. You got to make that play. Everything has to be right. And it was. Here's Tayos, who has that base hit, and he's grounded out from the full windout. Zerang. Chop foul, 0-1. Yos is driven in 15. 2-out opportunity here to get his team back in this one. 0-1 the count. Dufresne third, Kenny second. Zerang ready and firing. And he hit him in the back. Bases are loaded. That's the third batter he's hit. And now he's loaded him up, and that makes it dicey as it brings up Carmichael, who has a base hit in 2 trips. He's also grounded into a double play.
Third baseman, number 3.
So he's only walked 1 in the game, but he's hit 3. And now facing Carmichael with the bases loaded, the pitch. Down and out. Nice pickup by Long. Runners lead from every base. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Down, it's 2-0. Carmichael wants to see 1 pitch in 1 spot here. 2-0 the count. The next one. That's right through there. It's 2-1. Carmichael was taken. He's driven in 17 on the year. That's second most on the club. Right guy up there. Statistically, here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball is short. Handled, flipped to second. Machado takes care of Carmichael and Destrehan in the 5th inning. And the infield defense sound. No runs and a hit. No errors, 3 big ones stranded. Destrehan has now left 8 in the game. They've had chances, unable to score those. We go to the 6th, still 5-0. That's really been the story, is Destrehan's populated the bases, but they've never been able to deliver that big hit. You got to give credit to Zerang first off, and then secondly to the Tiger defense.
Yeah, don't hit it to Machado. I mean, is he smooth at shortstop for Hahnville? I mean, you take that guy up the middle there, he makes it look easy. You take him to his backhand an inning or 2 ago, and he makes that look easy. They're turning double plays, you know, making the routine right at you plays. I mean, he's just doing it all out there at shortstop for Hahnville. He's really, you take that and you add to it that he's 3 for 3 at the plate, and he's really the difference in the game.
Getting late now. We get to the 6th inning. Really kind of interesting when you think about it. Final score in the first game of this series was 5-0. It's 5-0 here the other way.
And Destrehan, as you mentioned, has had chances. They've gotten guys on base, and you think something's going to crack, but it doesn't. Hahnville's right there to step up and make some big plays behind Zerang. So they just played a pretty sound baseball game today. I think Coach Beaudry has to like what he's seen, has to feel like if Hahnville can play like this in the playoffs, they could beat anybody.
Long leads it off. Swings and hits at the third. Nice pick, Carmichael. Plenty of time to throw him out. One gone. Long's 0 for 4. The batter will be Dupree. He's doubled, walked, grounded into a fielder's choice.
Next up the bat, designated hitter, number 4, Brent Dupree.
There's Dupree. First pitch missing, down and out, ball 1. To Brant. Stand back in. The pitch, missing, down and in, 2-0. Jesuit finished off John Curtis 14-1 in 5 innings. The 2-0 pitch is a fast strike. It's 2-1. So that's 3 losses for the Patriots, 2 for the Holy Cross. 2-1 pitch. Pop foul back. Holy Cross still has a game with Brother Martin, who's playing really well.
Yeah, Brother Martin, they get that win against Jesuit the other night in the game that we did, the extra inning game when the pop-up falls in, and they just built a lot of momentum off of that win. They're playing well.
2-2 pitch. Popped and foul back here. Well, they lost 3 games. 2 of them that were brutal that got away in the 7th inning and lost in extra innings. 1 to Curtis, 1 to Holy Cross. And they lost a game to Rummel that they made mistakes in that they had a chance to win. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop ranges. Tough hop. Eats him up.
And you could kind of see that getting tough the way the ball was moving. I was kind of waiting for that to happen. And Hahnville's got another man on.
Goes as an error on Kluat. 3rd error of the game for Destrehan. So big difference in the defense in this game, right? Hahnville's going to send up a pinch hitter, or are they? No, Vladimir Furl, it's a courtesy runner. So Furl will bat. It's going to be a courtesy runner at first base. And that's going to be
Jake Reisinger.
Jake Reisinger.
Back for the Tigers. First baseman, number 12.
Here's Furl. Furl has been on twice, fielder's choice and an error, scored twice, but he's 0 for 3. Took it high, it's 1-0. Ten hits for the Tigers. They've had 3 players reach on errors as well. High, it's 2-0. They've had people all over the bases in this game. Again, they could have more than 5, quite a bit more, frankly. They've stranded 9 runners in 5 innings. Here's the throw to first. Runner back. Destrehan, conversely, has stranded 8 runners in 5 innings. Both teams with chances to score more than what we've seen. 2-0, way high, 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. And another, way high, 4-pitch walk. 2 on, 1 out, and here comes the part of the order that's done tremendous damage. As Talentario comes up, he's 3 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored and a stolen base for good measure. And now to the mound, a visit, and are we going to get a change or not? Can't really see down in the bullpen area. Don't see any movement from the dugout. They're going to leave him in. And a chance for Terrio to make a really good day, a special day.
Now at the bat, third baseman.
2 on, 1 out.
Talentario.
Here's Terrio. Stretch. And here's the pitch. Fastball high. It's 1-0. Long look at the runners. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Runner from second bluff didn't go. It's 2-0. Taking liberties down there is Reisinger. Left-handed pitcher, it's easier to get a good jump off of second, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Definitely a guy that you can get off and feel comfortable with it.
2-0. Inside 3-0, but right now Hahnville just has to make Simon throw strikes. He's thrown 7 straight out of the zone.
Yeah, he might be tiring at this point. He's done a great job out of the pen for Destrehan.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. Got that one in there. It's 3-1. And he just missed. Outside edge of the knees, ball 4. Another walk, bases loaded with only 1 out. A chance for the Tigers to break it open. And it's the other guy that's had the big day, Ada Machado, who's 3 for 3 with a stolen base and an RBI.
Now at the bat, shortstop.
He can make this a very special day.
And the infield's going to come in, so really gives him a lot of room.
Machado waits. Infield in the pitch. Fast strike. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike. And another. Breaking ball drops in there. Strike called, 0-2. Good pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners lead every base. Here it comes. Chopped it foul. Pitch got in on his hands. He protected. Remains 0-2. 5-0 Hahnville, top of the 6th. Simon with the 0-2. Grounded foul, third base side. So Machado spoiled a couple of pitches. Reisinger third, Farrell second, Terrio at first. No balls and 2 strikes on Machado. Simon delivers high and away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled it out of play. He's fouled off 3 in a row with 2 strikes. Good job of protecting. Machado, who's been slick in the field and terrific at the plate in this game.
Trying to get something to the outfield right here. Get a pitch that you can get to the outfield. And infield pulled in like they are.
On 1-2. Here it comes. High and away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. And now it's full 3-2. So this is a very important pitch for Simon. His team is going to stay in this game. 3-2 on Machado. Runners lead every base. Payoff pitch on the way. Swinging a hard hit. Caught by the third baseman. Double play. You talk about a turn in fortune. That ball gets over his head. Forget it. Couldn't hit it any harder. Excellent play by Carmichael. And, of course, the runner had no chance. Reisinger, not his fault.
Nothing you could do there. Nothing at all. That ball was hit a ton. Coach Beaudry walking off the field just shaking his head because he knows exactly what you just said. If that ball gets down the line, this thing is more than over because Hahnville would have been running for days right there. What a play by Destrehan to stick around. They've been doing it all day. Just got to find a way to start getting on the scoreboard. But they have done it all day, finding ways to stick around and keep Hahnville from really busting this thing open.
Yeah, Hahnville's had all kinds of traffic on the bases. Frustration for both teams with missed opportunities. And now Destrehan with 6 outs left has to get something going in the bottom of the 6th against Zerang. And the Wildcats will have Kluat, Grenier, Heslauer due up. Infield was in, so you wondered if that line drive was going to get over his head, but did not. Zerang at 76 pitches. He's hit 3 batters, walked 1, struck out 2. In a solid performance.
Such an unfair game. Machado's 3 for 3 going into that at-bat. Hits the ball as hard as he's hit it in the 4 at-bats, and that's the one that he's got nothing to show for.
Shortstop number 10, Caleb Kluat.
Here's Kluat, who has singled and flied to right. First pitch from Zerang. Breaks right over. It's 0-1. Good pitch. He's had that pitch all day, as I've continuously said. Calling it a slider with that movement. There's the 0-1 pitch. And guess what? He just hit his 4th batter of the game, a leadoff hit batsman. It's uncanny. I mean, he's pitched a whale of a game, and yet he's hit 4 guys. He still hasn't given up a run, but how long can you cheat fate?
Coming up to bat,
when you give him the base runners. Here's Keston Grenier. Grenier is flying to right, grounded into a double play. Leadoff man is on. Stretch and the pitch. Hard hit ball. Second baseman has it. Wheels and deals out at second. Throw to first. Safe there. Oh, it's still a good turn. So impressed with this infield defense. Gallen to Machado for 1 out. They play defense like this on the infield. They're going to beat a lot of people. Solid as can be. Just pitched to contact.
Left fielder number 24.
Tremendous try right there by the middle infielders for Hahnville. They've been really smooth today. They almost turned that thing. Really good looking chance.
First pitch sails high and away, ball 1 to Heslauer. Grounded to short, a backhand play, excellent play by Machado to end a threat in the 4th and his only at bat. One-0 is down, a wild pitch skips away, runner will get to second. That will take away any double play possibility. It's 2-0, first wild pitch of the game by Zerang. Heslauer back in. Just a freshman. The 2-0 pitch. Down and in. If you're playing as a freshman at Destrehan at a good 5A program, you've got to be good. That's simple. 3-0 the count. Has to throw a strike on 3-0. And does. Sure he did. Three balls and a strike. Long look. Another on the way. Strike 2. Good pitch again. Full 3-2. And Heslauer making him throw strikes. Look, it's a good strategy. If you're down 5, you need base runners.
You got to build an inning, absolutely. You got to put something together. It's going to take a lot more than just one guy and one at bat. You've got to string them together and set the table and then get some clutch hits.
3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. Struck him out swinging. Went to that off-speed hook, and he got him for out number 2. Beautiful pitch. Now 2 gone. And here's Dufresne, who has a base hit and 2 trips. He's grounded to third. Zerang's had to work hard, Danny. He only had 1 inning where he set him down in order. That was in the 2nd.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say he has just worked around trouble successfully all day.
Great poise. Stretching, pitching, down and out with that hook. It's 1-0. Ball and no strikes. Ready the pitch. Liner in the right field, sinking a base hit. Runner's going to round third. He's going to try to score. They have a flare at the plate. The throw is not in time. Scoring safely, sliding around the tag. Just in time was Grenier. It's a 5-1 game. Dufresne is second into the game. Gives Destrehan its first run of the game.
And a cloud of dust enters the stands from the play at the plate right there. That was a pretty neat scene. You can see the dust still making its way through the grandstand after that play at the plate. That was a tight one, and Destrehan finally able to break through and get on the board.
Now at the bat for the Wildcats.
And now you get
Catcher, number
Riley
11.
Cardinal, who's been hit by pitches twice and popped to short. With 2 outs. Swinging a liner in the right. That's another base hit. Stopping at second on the play is Dufresne, and the Wildcats have something going. 2 hard-hit line drives to right field. And now Seth Kenny will try to keep the train rolling. We'll get a courtesy runner at first. That's Michael Moller.
Number 7, Michael Moller. Now at the plate, designated hitter, number 1, Seth Kenny.
Here's Kenny. Pitch is high and away, ball 1 to Kenny.
And Destrehan gets Simon to the plate.
1-0 the count. The pitch. And there's a slicing fly ball in the right field. Center fielder is over and making the catch. Good job by the center fielder. Good read by Acosta. Makes the catch. Threat is over with a run on a couple of hits. No errors. And 2 men stranded. Boy, Destrehan has left a bunch in this game. 10 left in the game. We go to the 7th. It's Hahnville 5 and Destrehan 1. That's the best contact Destrehan's made in the game.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was just thinking, that was the best looking offensive inning that they've had today. Looked like they were seeing the ball real well off as the rang there in the top of the 6th, but only 1 across, so Hahnville still with a commanding 5-1 lead as we enter the 7th.
Pineville's taking a 7-1 lead over Hahnville in softball going to the 4th. So Pineville erupted in central Louisiana. So 5-1 as we go to the 7th inning. And here in the 7th, it will be Chacon to lead it off. Simon back to the mound. So we're ready to roll. In the 7th inning, along with our friends, Chip and Matt Merritt, Kenny Trahan and Danny Ream from Destrehan.
Now coming to the plate.
I bet you didn't know that. I was born Kenneth. I was Kenny for the first 25, 30 years of my life. And then one of my sports mentors, Bruce Miller, said, "You look young and you sound young, so go with Ken rather than Kenny, and people will perceive you to be more mature." I took his advice, so my name changed. It's down and in, ball 1. You got that, Dan?
Yeah, I'm sure it's coming. That's my dad right now, though.
That's your dad. Well, you guys have to separate it because you carry the same name. Here's a pitch to strike all 1-1. My older brother is my dad's namesake, Eddie Trahan. He's the 3rd, actually, because our grandfather was the original. 1-1.
Yep, I'm a 3rd, and
oh boy, 2-1.
So when we had my son, I told my wife, I said, no, I'm going to give him his own name. So I took I took Daniel and made that his middle name. So he's Ryan Daniel, but I wasn't going to make him the 4th.
I foul back and out of play. It's 2-2. I felt precisely that way when we were blessed to have a son. I said, I do not want to name him after me. I think it's an identity thing. It's also an image thing. People compare you, the whole deal. So I just said, no. Grounded up the middle. Nice play by the pitcher, Simon, to set and throw and get his man for out number 1. Ended up in a good fielding position. Makes a good fielding play. 1 gone. And here's Acosta. 0 for 2.
Coming up to the plate.
So as a result, when I was young, my older brother was 2 years older than I was.
Acosta.
And adults would frequently call me Little Eddie. I said, no, that's not me. That's my brother. I have my own name. Ha ha.
That's right. Tell him.
I did. Has a fly ball into left field. Haslauer coasting under it. Has it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Simon here in the 7th, and Colin Gallen will bat. He's walked, singled, reached on an error. 1 for 3 officially, but he's been on 3 times.
Next up the bat, second baseman, number 2, Colin Gallen.
It was bad enough in school when I had the same teachers my brother had 2 years ahead, and they would always say, well, you're not like your brother. And as I got a little bit older, I used to say, well, okay, so what do you want me to be like? Strike called. It's 0-1. Distinctly
was
different.
that good or bad?
Well, it was both really. 0-1 the count. Pitch on the way. That's high, and it's a ball, 1-1. My brother was easygoing and studied like crazy, and I was very outspoken and studied somewhat. 1-1 the count. Pitch is on the way. That's a ball low. It's 2-1. Yep, imagine me being silent.
Nice
try. Fly ball center field. Shading his eyes, Dufresne making the catch. Solid inning for Simon. Sets him down in order. Last chance coming for Destrehan as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It remains Hahnville on top by the score of 5-1. Well, they show the ability to hit the ball hard last half inning. They need base runners to have a chance here.
It's a situation when you're down by this many runs, 5-1, so you're down by 4. One guy's not going to do it. 2 guys aren't going to do it. It's going to take an offensive approach. It's going to take the entire team pulling together and having good at-bat after good at-bat after good at-bat. You might get lucky here or there. You might get a clutch hit here or there. But all of that's got to kind of come together in order to come back when you're down 5-1 going into your last at-bat. It's got to be a team approach the whole way through.
Back to the mound is Colin Zarang. He's been terrific through 6 innings. Can he finish this one? He'll face the heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5. Simon Yosen Carmichael here in the 7th. Right now he's at 90 pitches. Of course, you have the 115 pitch limit in high school, so he's still in pretty good shape.
Well, the biggest thing right here when you're up 5-1 is you want to throw strikes and challenge hitters. You don't want to mess around and get behind and help them build an inning. What we just talked about, Destrehan's got to try to build an inning. Well, on the other side, on the flip side, you don't want to help them build that inning. So Zarang needs to pitch with a lead, pound the strike zone, and let these good defenders continue to do what they've been doing all day and play good defense.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Noah Simon to lead it off.
Coming to the plate.
He singled, grounded out twice.
Pitcher, number 27, Noah Simon.
Starts the 7th. Pitch on the way. And, oh my, called the ball. Just missed the outside edge, 1-0. Same pitch, same call. Doesn't get that call twice. It's 2-0. I mean, pitcher that's been around the plate. Pretty good looking pitches. Here's the 2-0. Gonna get that one. It's 2-1. Simon, best hitter on this team. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. It's 2-2. Just feeding him fastballs here.
And that's what you want to do. Challenge the hitter. Let your defense make plays. The last thing you want to do is plunk a guy or walk a guy because you're trying to be cute with a 5-1 lead.
Backdoor breaker. Catcher didn't catch it. Another good-looking pitch. Now, if he catches the ball, does he get the call?
I would think.
All right, again,
that was another good-looking pitch.
That's 3 pitches in this at-bat. Any of those could have been called a strike from our vantage point. Instead, it's full 3-2 payoff. And he walked him. How about that? So a leadoff walk here in the 7th to Simon gives Destrehan a chance. And here's Yos, who singled and hit by a pitch. He's grounded out. You can't make much better pitches than he made in that at bat.
For the Wildcats, first baseman number 4.
Well, that started exactly the way you would want it to if you're a Destrehan Wildcats fan.
Here's Yos. Been on twice. Pitch just went on a miss. Boy, nice off-speed pitch. Pulled a string on him, had him way out in front. Oh, 1. Popped him up right side. Right fielder should have a play. Whitney is there. He's got it. 1 out. So 2 more to get for Zerang. Here's Carmichael, who singled, grounded into a double play, and hit into a fielder's choice.
Now at the bat, third baseman number 3, John Carmichael.
Here's Carmichael. Runner leads from first. Pitch on the way. And a hard hit ball into center, carrying to the center fielder who's there and making the catch. Acosta throw to first, and they double him up, and the game's over. Isn't that fitting with the defense Hahnville has played in this game? Their 3rd double play of the game to end it with a 5-1 victory. And again, their defense was just stellar all day long.
All day long. They had chances to score more offensively. They didn't do it. But the one thing that they did consistently throughout the day was play great defense. And like you said, what a fitting way to end it right there. What a tremendous play by Acosta to come up and gun that guy back at first and get the double play on that liner hit out to him. So Hahnville with a big win, a nice response from Dave Beaudry's team after Destrehan beat him earlier in the week.
Just so impressed with the way they played the game here today. Now, they left a lot of runners on base. They left some runs out there, but they got some big hits. Zerang wasn't even expected to start, pitched a heck of a game, and their defense was as good as we've seen this year.
Yeah, really smooth in the infield, some nice double play turns, made the tough plays, made the routine plays, ran down balls in the outfield. Big heads-up play right there by Acosta to end the game, and you just can't say enough about the defense that Hahnville has played. Zerang was effectively wild in some spots. He hit some guys here and there, but was able to fight through it and pitch around the time and time again with the help of his defense behind him. And just a really well-played game by Hahnville. I mean, they just came and won the game. Destrehan didn't play bad, obviously. I'm sure they would like some offensive situations to do over again, but Destrehan did not play bad. Hahnville just really came out here today and won the game. Did what they needed to do to win a ball game.
I think that's very accurate. Hahnville takes a big step forward toward a district title. As a result, Hahnville is now 17-12 and 8-1 in District 7-5A. Destrehan drops to 18-11, 8-3 in the league. So 2 in the loss column behind Hahnville, who still has to play 3 games. Here's the deal. Thibodaux is right there at 7-2, and Hahnville and Thibodaux still play. So that game's going to tell us a lot. If Hahnville controls its own destiny, if they can win their games, they're the district champions. It's that simple.
Yeah, and as we said in the beginning of the broadcast, historically the championship in this district runs through one of these 2 programs, and this year it looks like Hahnville has their hands right there to grab that district title. We'll see if Dave Beaudry's group can keep playing this well the rest of the week and pull it out.
Well, it was a solid performance in all phases by Hahnville today, as the Tigers split the series by winning 5-1 after Destrehan had won 5-0 on Monday. We'll give you the totals of the game momentarily as the Tigers celebrate their victory here. For Hahnville in this game, it was 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They stranded 12. For Destrehan, 1 run, 7 hits, 3 errors. They left 10. The winning pitcher was Colin Zerang, even up at 4-4. Complete game 7-hitter, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. And he used only 99 pitches. Losing pitcher was John Carmichael, his first loss of the year. He's 6-1. The game took just an hour, 59 minutes to play. Good crowd on hand on a beautiful afternoon. Turned out to be a beautiful day for Hahnville. Tigers win it by the score of 5-1. Final thought, Danny?
No, just a beautiful day for baseball here in Destrehan. These two teams, when they get together, it's always intense. It's always fun, a great rivalry. Fun to be a part of this, as always, when we get to come out here and do Hahnville against Destrehan, the Battle of St. Charles Parish. So good to be here today. Enjoyed it.
Always a pleasure. Want to thank Chip Merritt, Matt Merritt. Thank our sponsors. Thank Lenny Van Gilder as well. And remind you, we're going to be back at you tomorrow with John Curtis Christian and Jesuit from John Ryan Stadium at 4 p.m. Kenny Forsang will join me for that one from John Ryan Stadium. And we hope you will watch that one. Watch this replay as many times as you want. It's CrescentCitySports.com. Always free. Once again, our final this afternoon, 5-1 Hahnville over Destrehan. For Danny Ream and the Merritt boys, Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us. Be a good sport. And God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.